So you want to learn how to do squats the right way. Well, this is the video for you. Aloha everyone, my name is Kayser. And if you're new here, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, because even though this is a brand new channel, in the real world, I've been doing this for nearly 20 years, sharing these skills and technique successfully with thousands of people. And so during this pandemic, I decided to start this channel using YouTube, which is a free platform where I can reach all of you guys that can't train with me in person. And now I'm gonna give you all this content, workouts, technique, nutrition, proper exercise regimen, everything. Whatever you guys want to know about what I've been able to share with people one-on-one for the last 20 years, I'm gonna be sharing it here as well. So don't forget to subscribe, click that bell, and let's get started. Let's learn how to do those squats.
Okay, let's start with everyone's favorite back squat. Here, you'll see how I'm arching my back. This is the most common mistake people make while squatting. And it doesn't really matter what form of a squat. In this video, we'll go over a few different variations, but noticeably here, the back is arching as I'm coming up. Let's also take a look at the front squat variation, where the bar is placed on the front of the shoulders. You'll see it better in a little bit when I remove the plate, but noticeably here the back is arching as well. When I turn, you'll see it a little better here. There's gaps by the neck and the lower back. And now let's look at how to fix it. In order to get your spine straight and your shoulders and head into its neutral or its proper position, first I recommend thinking long and strong. Imagine there's helium in your head, so you're going to reach up, pinch those shoulder blades back. Now draw your navel in to activate transverse abdominis, and you'll find your spine to be in a much more better prepared position to start doing the squats. The angle of your spine at the bottom of the squat should be parallel to the angle of your tibia or the lower leg bone for proper execution. Another common mistake people make when squatting is moving the knee in and out. If you notice, my right knee is moving while I'm performing the squat. And in order to fix this particular flaw, let's look at the foot stance. Now, the average hip width is approximately 12 to 14 inches. And so I recommend that you position your feet in that range with 10 or 11 degree of external rotation in the feet is acceptable. Next, let's rotate the knees out to face the toes or the feet. By doing so, you will notice it lifts up the arches. Now you can strengthen the foot by pressing down harder with the big toe and then the small toe, as well as your heel, which will create like a pillar or a triangle of strength. And now your feet can sustain a lot more load as you're lowering your center of gravity into a squat and coming back up. Another simple way to find your squat stance is by simply lying down on your back and bringing in your knees and feet to identify what that squat stance should look like. Let's take another look at the bottom squat position and talk about how to get down there. Sometimes I see people bending their knees first and they get stuck and they're forced to move their hips back. Right? This is completely incorrect. The proper hip hinge in the human body is to do exactly that, to hinge back with the hips before bending the knees. So with proper form, you'll notice how the hips actually move back before the knees start to bend. And that's the proper way to squat down. Now, it's really important to squat below parallel, but there is a case where you can go too far. In this example, I'm demonstrating something called a butt wink. You'll notice how my butt winks underneath and bends the shape of the spine where it's no longer straight. That's due to shorter or inflexible hamstrings. I want you to just reach out with your butt. Just feel this one out. Don't let it dip underneath you as you're going down. And if you're really experiencing this, in order to fix the butt wink permanently, we got to do some corrective exercises. So just make some comments down below and I'll make another video on how to permanently fix this. In the meantime, just be mindful not to go too low. Whenever I exercise, I go through like a mental checklist. So for squats, the first thing to do is to establish neutral shoulders and head position. I think long and strong, pinch my shoulder blades together, tuck my chin, activate the TVA by drawing the navel in, and then I focus on the feet 12 to 14 inches apart. Remember, you can externally rotate your feet about 11 degrees and activate the stability triangle. Right now, on the way down, remember the proper hip position, starting with the hip before the knees. Now at the bottom, you're gonna reactivate the TVA by drawing your navel in, lock out your hips at the top. Now that you got the form down, let's look at my favorite squat variations. This one is called the goblet squat, where you grab the kettlebell right by the horns, keep it in front. It's an easier variation of a front squat. This one is called uni squat. Uni means sea urchin in Hawaiian. It stands for unilateral loading. It's a mouthful, so I call it a uni squat. One arm at a time. One side stabilizes, the other one strengthens. This is just your classic front squat with the kettlebells. So much easier on the shoulders, so much less work than with the bar. And now I'm gonna do squat and press. There's two variations. You can stop on the way down, or you can continuously go up and down. This is gonna be a cleat into a squat and press. It's a little more dynamic, more advanced squat variation. There's a lot of moving parts, so it's really important to keep all those fundamental, all those 7 things that we talked about earlier in your mind while performing this squat. Pistol squat. Same principles apply with one leg as they do with both, making it more than 2 times as difficult, believe it or not. Here's an overhead squat. This is very challenging, keeping your back straight while keeping your arms overhead. This I call a honu squat. It's a Hawaiian word for a turtle. It kind of looks like a turtle lying down on its shell. Once again, every rule, every principle we spoke of earlier applies to even this squat variation. Next is the rainbow squat. Notice why I like kettlebells. They're so dynamic, they're so versatile in nature. You can't do this with a bar. When you have your form down, when your mind, body, and spirit are aligned, you can try the superhuman squat variation. If you guys learned anything from this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. And let us know in the comments below what else you'd like us to put out there. Until next time, aloha.